Yo Rana, and welcome to FM Tahiti. I hope you're all doing well. This episode we've got our last two games of the season, and hopefully they're going to go well, because we're in a bit of a not quite tricky situation, but we could get qualification, we could not. It really just depends how we do with these kind of matches. If I look and sound a bit rough, it's because I'm feeling it. But I wanted to squeeze this in. It's been quite a while since I've actually played this. I managed to get ahead of myself a little bit, and then I just stopped for a bit and caught up with myself. But qualification would be good, because you can see down here in the finance and salary bit, look at this. We're almost £100,000 in debt now. Most clubs will be in a similar situation. Sorry. The problem is that I'm also spending too much on wages, which I'll get in trouble for, I think. Struggling to meet this, I'm getting an A+ overall, so it's like kind of they're happy, but could be happier. 2 games left, so we can get a maximum of 6 points. That would put us on 58 points, which means technically we could still win the title as long as Skybrights, Manuate and Huahine lose all of their matches. Lose both of their last 2 matches. We are playing against Huahine and Skybrights. So in theory there could be one massive upheaval, but it's not likely. We're not as strong as the rest of them. And they're in a much better position than us, so let's just sort the squad out. So I need to bring Riviera on from there, because he was out injured for a little bit. Let's bring on there we go. Something wrong with my mouse, it just doesn't want to drag anyone anywhere. And let's bring on our one and only defensive midfielder in to actually play there. And that's about it. I think we've got Tavita, Tihoni, Vehikite, who's been playing well, Esaku. We've got the main ones here. Vehikite has been pretty good since he's come through the youth intake, which is quite nice. For a standard 4-4-2. I'm not convinced by 16, 17-year-old Vehikite's grey beard. He's seen some stuff. 17 years old. Is that meant to be stubble? Meant to be grey stubble? Well done, Football Manager. Well done. Okay. We've been on a decent-ish run. I probably told you what the run was before starting the match. Actually, I can go back and do that, can't I? Can I? Some weird backwards way of doing it. Here we go. So there we go. We beat Mayao 6-3. Lost against Taha. Beat Morphia 2-1. I think I mentioned 2 of these in a past game. I think I might have played that one, but we're not in poor form. Just have to see how we do. So Vehikite picks it up. Out wide. Off to the winger. And yeah. Going nowhere with that one. I'm still not quite sure how the tactic's working with the new match engine. It seems to be working, but whether it's working how I intended it is a different matter. Good long throw in. Managed to get a header away from that. We've been scoring a lot of goals, so we're top of the table for goals scored. And we are 4th for goals conceded. Almost another one conceded. But I'm not sure if we're 4th in terms of how many we've conceded, or whether we're 4th best in terms of least conceded. I saw it in one of the summary tables. So I'm assuming we're 4th best. Go on, get it in. Tony, as he picks it up. Oh, free kick for them. I think that's a little harsh. Only 17 degrees and a downpour over here in Rapa'iti. Esaku gonna get it in. Tony for the rebound. Oh no, not Tony, Tavita. There is 20th goal of the season. Like I said before, not 28 for us, but a lot for us. A lot for us. So there's a good delivery. Poor keeping. And we took advantage. So Huahine were top of the table. Let's live league table. In fact, we need to see what we're doing. We're going to need to see the live league table plus the latest scores, aren't we? Their scores on there. Oh, it's that annoying thing where because the action's going on, you can't quite pull it off. But basically, we're still fourth as it stands because Skybrights have moved up and Huahine was so far ahead of us anyway that even with these extra points, we're not quite there. It'd be the next match where any kind of momentum sort of occurs. But I'm happy with that. 1-0 against first place is not bad at all. The thing we kind of want to keep an eye out for here is how Skybrights are doing, and Manue, I guess, but Skybrights in particular. Just need to keep hold of this win. I am fully prepared for the heartbreak of, oh, good long ball. Tahiti. Oh, almost. It's a good long ball though from Eseku. Also, Manue and Skybrights are playing each other. So it's the worst match we could have really at this stage. Because we don't want either of them to get anything, but somebody's got to. Yeah, like I say, I'm fully prepared for heartbreak. I'm fully expecting at some point we'll flirt with second place and then drop out of it completely. This is only our first season, but that qualification is really useful. Especially when you're 100 grand in debt. And the season's not even over yet. Oh, they're on the counter. Oh, good tackle. I think I might have said in the previous video, I think my team plays slightly more. Oh, good ball through. And that was an interesting finish. I could see what he was trying to do. Nice and calmly. Just the wrong side of the post. I think my team's a little bit more violent now. So we are second highest for red cards, fourth for yellow cards. But on other matches, on the saves I've been playing, I should say, it's much higher. Much more aggressive. A lot of flying into tackles, which I really love. Okay, right. Let's think about making a sub. Things are going well. Let's make a sub when we're on top. So let's bring on Riviera for Kite, because he's not really done much. I don't remember seeing him do much. Tuamotun on the right, he's got 6.4. Let's bring on Lakau Tautuaki. That kind of backup right winger. And that keeps one player for us if we need to make an emergency sub. Ooh, almost. One of the things I'm considering doing in the kind of off-season is if I do have the ability to make much in the way of transfers, I might not because the transfer sort of budget, the wage budget, players not wanting to come because of our rep and stuff, being quite a limited pool. But one of the things I am thinking of doing is making the team increasingly physical. So really stressing that kind of club DNA of aggression and strength and bravery. And pace and acceleration if we can. Oh, Tahiti's offside. Didn't even need the flag for that, he stood there. And then height as well, making sure they're all really tall and just seeing if we can make a really aggressive physical side that is kind of like Wimbledon without the need for being Wimbledon. Like we're in the top flight anyway, we don't need to fight our way up there. But I'm considering it, and it might just depend on how well the teams that finish at the top sort of strengthen. If they strengthen particularly, and they start getting money in and we can't compete financially, then I'll definitely go for that plan. That's definitely my kind of route one or plan B for that. Because we've already got quite a physical side, quite a big, imposing side. SQ 6 something. Kind of see it in the match engine. Oh, Manue have gone ahead, 3-2. See it. A draw would have been best there. Manue, I think, were below us before we started. No, not a penalty. See, this is the heartache. Come on, save it. You got this. You got this. He's not got it. He almost had it. Gwenael again. Good name. Absolute bastard. Almost had it. Right, so that's changed things a little bit for us. As it stands, we can't even get second place. That's how bad this is. Oh, come on, Tavita. Oh, come on. Go on, go long, Parmentier. Good tackle. Come on, this is what we need. Just a goal. Let's keep us in this. Keep us in this race. Can we be more attacking? I don't think this makes much difference because we're already quite positive, so it's... Long. Nodded on. Tony. Oh, straight at the keeper. We've had several opportunities to go back up to 2 goals. That wasn't one of them. That was not one of them. Ah. This is a little devastating. We'll check. We'll check after this, but I'm pretty sure my math is correct. They were unlucky. Right, so with 1 game left, we can get 56 points, which puts us 3rd at best. And we are playing Sky Brights, so if we win, we go 3rd. We cannot get 58 or above. We are out of this. We are out of the top 2. Gutting. Right, I'm going to come back and actually play the second match, just because it's the last game of the season. Just so I can ramble on a bit. Obviously, stop watching here if you don't care about last match, because I don't. But we'll be back in just a second. Okay, everyone, we're back to play against Sky Brights. Important things to note at this point. This match essentially is dead rubber in that it's a match for 3rd place. If we win, we get 3rd place. If they draw or win, they get 3rd place. They can't get the title now. The only difference this makes to us is where we finish, and financially it makes a $5,000 prize money difference between $30,000 for 3rd place and $25,000 for 4th place. So it's not huge stakes. We'd rather have that money and rather finish 3rd. But we might find it difficult against the Sky Brights because they've just been crowned. So look at their schedule. O-League champions. They beat Wellington over 2 legs. Is it 2 legs now? Or they just do 1 leg? Ooh, they just do 1 leg now. In the final. Extra time, but they won 1-0 against Wellington. So they're going off to the Club World Championship next year, which is impressive. They've also got the Inter-Island Cup final coming up, so maybe they'll drop points against us, or maybe they're sort of riding this kind of wave of beating the crap out of everyone around them. Who knows? I'm not massively hopeful because there's nothing to play for, and I tend to find my teams don't care towards the end of the match. Vengeance. Vengeance works. Okay, so my team's driven by vengeance. That's fine. The other thing to keep an eye on here, maybe, is who wins out of these 2. Currently, Huhine is still top of the table, I think. So it's whether Manuel can beat their result. Ooh, almost a goal from the off. So what I'm going to do after this episode is I'll go forward a few weeks, see what's gone on, and do a bit of a recap of who's won what, who's got promoted, who's been promoted, who's been relegated, any major transfers we want to keep an eye on, any sort of international stuff that's gone on, which we'll do every season, so we can see how the nations and teams are developing. I'll go on to Vito's through. Almost. That's a kind of name for the season, isn't it? It's the almost season. Almost got qualification for stuff. Almost goes in there as well. See, I'll do a bit of a recap, which should be interesting to see who's done what, and I'll have a look at our team, look at where we're going to be trying to improve. We're not going to be making massive changes, I don't think, just because we don't have the money or the pull to do it, but there'll be a few players who are going out, and we'll just check that we've not got any major gaps, and then see how we do next season with a more settled team. There are a couple of players I've got my eyes on, but again, I imagine now it's going to be teams like Sky Brights, Huhine and Manuel who start getting the pulling power, and what a knee to the back there by Villakite. Chased him all the way back. Almost by Tavita. But yeah, I imagine there's a player called Tahiti at the back post. 29th of the season. Just one more to get nice around 30. Yeah, there's a player called Casanova. Can't remember if he plays for Sky Brights or Manue. Or Huahine. Casanova here must be playing one of these other sides. It looks really good. Really good striker. But I don't think he'll come to us. I don't really think we need him if we've got Tahoni and Tahiti as first choices. Oh, good block. Another good tackle. Another good block. Defensively holding up well. Latest scores 1-1. Matching each other. But one of those two are going to be the debut winners of the Polynesian Premiership. Oh, good move. Poor finish. It's tricky, isn't it? It was a good move, and then at the end of that, he just fluffs it a little bit. Still got some kind of long ball feel to some of these balls that go in. I'm hoping I'm going to have a bit more time to play FM. Because I really do love the Tahiti save, but I want to really crack on with it. Get a bit further. So I think we're going to end up with 16 or 17 episodes for this first season. A couple of those were introducing the concept, the manager, playing the cups for the first time, this kind of run in here. I'll probably reduce that as we start playing through the seasons and focus more on teams we've not played against before. Keep everyone on there. Just so we can make a bit of progress, because it does take a while for this database to really start changing, to get going. We've already got a few players, so Esaku, Tavita, Tihoni, Viakite, Riviera, some of the Tuamotun. Just trickles in over the line, bit of a scramble there. On goal even. Then one of the Tuamotun. I think he might be one of the ones leaving. That's his parting gift. Just an own goal there. Unlucky. So currently we're going to finish fourth. So in that heartache I mentioned right at the start, I'd imagine the heartache might be us not finishing second. I didn't really imagine the heartache might be us not getting above fourth and not moving from where we were. Just going to teach me to revise my expectations. Go long. Still time to win this one. Weird ball. Esaku's through. Tavita almost. The Esaku Tavita link up's pretty good. Going on. Huahine still top of the table. Notice the goal difference is better for Manue, but actually goes first for results against teams, or between teams I should say. So Huahine must have got a better result against Manue when they played over the two matches. Go on. I've not made any subs. I don't think I need to. 1-1 will sum up our season, I think. Ultimately, not a bad result against O-League champions, Inter-Island Cup finalists. But not as good as we could have done. I guess we were never really title challengers. Not properly. So this end result anyway is kind of fair. Just a little bit frustrating that we were kind of close. All in all, the board are happy. I've spent too much in wages. They're not happy about that, but they're happy about everything else. That should see me through, and if it's not, then I'll just have to find another team. Look at this, 6-1 by Huahine in the end. Desperate to try and that, but 3-0 was also pretty good as well. And then a boring 1-1 draw for our team, including an own goal. We scored both goals for this one. But there we have it. Don't know why it's all messed up here. So Huahine have been crowned champions. Manuea are runners-up, and it went down to results between teams, so a nice tight title race. I went down to the very last game with them both playing. And then Skybrights get third, and we don't get on the leaderboard or on the history of past winners at all because we've not made it to third place. We're a point behind them. Good 7 points above fifth place there. So we are top 4 team without any kind of doubts. We're not quite there. So thanks very much for watching. We'll come back in the next episode with a little bit more about the rest of the leagues, how they've done, what's going to happen to Bora Bora because they've got to do their relegation playoff. And they're one of the teams who thought they were going to be fighting up here and they've been sucked down into the bottom. And yeah, we'll go through the stuff and next seasons will be a lot quicker. Thanks very much for watching as always.